This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm Kaylee O'Kelly with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. The Department of Health Services has released this morning's COVID-19 report. We did see an increase in COVID cases compared to the past few days. There were 496 new cases reported today. As for deaths, an additional 30 were added. The death toll now standing at more than 5,200 here in the state of Arizona. COVID-19 vaccine trials are underway across the country and right here in Arizona. And some of those vaccine volunteers are members of the Tubac Fire Department, which is north of Nogales.
You know, our firefighters are going out there on these calls every day. We're going out on suspected cases. So the more we can do to help them protect themselves, I think is really, really important.
So the fire chief was the first to enroll, and now half a dozen others are participating. The chief says several were hesitant at first, thinking that they were going to get a strain of COVID. A surprise announcement as Old Tucson will close indefinitely. The pandemic to blame for this. The once iconic movie studio was created about 80 years ago when Columbia Pictures needed a backdrop for the film Arizona. More than 400 movies and commercials were eventually shot there before it became a theme park, and now Pima County will take control of the park Monday to figure out its future. As school districts weigh the option of returning to class, they are also weighing options for school sports. High school football practice is underway this week, and one researcher with the University of Arizona is weighing in on this.
While you may be safe, if you suddenly go back and you're working in a team environment where people are working closely, and someone on that team perhaps was not as cautious and may have been exposed.
He says low contact sports like tennis or golf do lower the risk of spread. The Secretary of State's office expecting record turnout for this year's presidential election, both at the polls and by mail. Secretary of State Katie Hobbs cautions it is very unlikely we will know the final results for the presidential race or the McSally Kelly Senate race on election night.
We are focused on getting the results right, and we're focused on making sure that every voter who casts a ballot knows that their ballot's going to be counted. And that doesn't always happen immediately.
This year, recorders will start counting ballots by mail 14 days before the election. In the past, they could start the count 7 days in advance. This extra time should help to speed up the process, but Hobbs says it will not change the fact that there will still be plenty of ballots to count afterwards. A reminder, if you have not registered to vote, you have less than a month to get that done. The Valley is about to be home to a brand new brewery. Remember Easley's costume shop in Phoenix? It closed after 72 years in business, and that building will now be transformed into a no-waste farmhouse-inspired brewery called Roses by the Stairs Brewing, named from a lyric in a Blink-182 song. Well, we did catch up with the owner, who says it's going to focus on experimental brews using Arizona ingredients like prickly pear and saguaro fruit. And he came up with the idea while on a run, and his wife was not exactly on board at first.
And I went home and I said, I'm going to open a brewery. My wife was like, your beer tastes horrible. That's a bad idea. And I was like, no, I'll hire a brewer, don't worry. But it just kind of built from there, and we jumped in. And, once you start, you're in.
Well, good for them. The brewery will have a tap room with seating and tables hand-built by the owner. And there will also be a dog-friendly patio. The plan to open should be by December or early next year. How about some white sand beaches in Glendale? The city just approved an 11-acre entertainment venue. It offers a lagoon. These are the renderings here of the development. You can see an island there, some retail space, restaurants, an entertainment center, some amusement rides, and a hotel. It's going to be located near the Loop 101 and Cardinals Way, and it is expected to be open before the 2023 Super Bowl in Glendale.
Hi there, I'm Megan Thompson, tracking that most accurate forecast, and I love to be the messenger for you this morning because this cool down has finally come our way. You can expect much cooler weather. The last time we saw the 90s was in June and those overnight lows. The last time we saw them in the 60s was May. So this is a very special day for us. As I walk you through your Valley Planner, we'll stay in the 70s through most of the morning. By noon, we'll only warm to about 86 degrees. 91 degrees is our forecasted high today, so nice and warm, but nothing like we've experienced for the last few months. 66 degrees in Payson, 92 in Show Low, 89 in Lake Havasu City for the forecasted high, and 57 degrees in Flagstaff. We will cool off significantly into those overnight hours, especially to the high country. And right here in the valley, we'll drop to about 69 degrees overnight, 95 on Thursday. The triple digits return, though, on Friday.
And we will have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com or by downloading our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.